man that was here before left.
Hi.
Over there.
A bag of walnuts. I'm not eating those. So this train in particular doesn't have electrical cables in here. I'm charging my laptop outside. That's basically what I have to do. Work here, charge out there. When it's charged, bring it back, work, charge, you get the idea. In the meantime, I have my Kindle, and when I have internet connectivity, I can just dilly-dally on there. And I'm reading today's book, which is called Things That Can and Cannot Be Said by John Cusack. There he is. You know what's amazing? Since I live in a three-pronged world in the UK and Hong Kong, it amazes me how the European system has two prongs and they never fall out. I don't understand it. It's really weird. It seems like it's the most unsafe thing ever to have as an electrical system. I think this has been microwaved. Maybe I should get a proper camera because I keep looking at the screen and you're here. Where is my knife and fork? This is pork and plum sauce with barley, I think. It's okay. There's hardly any give in that. Russian bread. It's not squishy. You can't find soft Russian bread. We're going really slowly. Can you guess how slow? It's nice to see some of these houses with their own farms. Lada, and the fifth one is also a lada. There's 3 ladas there. I've seen so many ladas in Russia. Oh, there's a cow. There's some more planks of wood. More planks of wood. There's some hay. He's got Sky Television. The neighbours want it. Oh, the neighbours have got it actually. Those 2 houses there. Clearly keeping up with the Pavlovs. One day, son, all of this will be yours. That'll be me in 40 years' time, alone in my own house, away from every the noisy fucker who keeps me awake at night. For a large part of this particular journey, we've been travelling at this speed throughout. This is why it's taken so long. Even the lorries are faster than us. For the entirety of this journey, I haven't really spoken to anybody. I've been stuck in this room. So out of all the train trips so far, this has been the least eventful. It's been really boring. It doesn't help that I don't have electrical power in my cabin. I did ask the carriage lady if I could go to a different carriage. She said yes, but I'm only allowed to go that way for some reason. And the next carriage is the same as this one. But I know for a fact that the carriages that way have the electrical power in the cabins, but she won't let me go that way for some reason. Yes, it's been really boring. I can't wait for this one to end actually. I can't wait to just get to Irkutsk. Tell you something though, her English was really good when she wanted to sell me some fucking magnets and some other souvenirs. I also think the tray lady is avoiding me. There's a lady who walks up and down the corridor and she's got a tray of carbs, a tray of pies or something, and she knocked on my door by accident one time and I said hello and she was like yeah, and then she doesn't offer me anything. I don't think she wants to speak to me. Currently it's about 10:30 and I still have 3.5 hours to go on this journey. That was the train station we just passed. Train station in bumfuck nowhere. We're still about 3 hours away. I've got trees on that side as far as the eye can see. And there's trees on that side as far as the eye can see. And yet, where's my hand? And yet, I have 3G signal.
Shown here.
Yeah. YouTube. YouTube movie.
Yeah. The Northern Bremen isn't shown here.
We're on that stage of the line where there's just loads of little stops to make at these little villages. That's why it's taking so long to traverse. Do you recognise this place at all? I'm looking at these old wooden Russian houses and I'm thinking two things. One, or actually three things, because this lada just reminded me. Do they have enough parking space for their spectacular cars? Two, is it warm enough in the winter? And three, do they have really good internet access, better than I do in Hong Kong? You know what? I don't think the human soul is ever satisfied. When I started this journey, I was like, yay, trees, grass. And now, on my 4th train journey, I've been looking at so many fucking trees. I can't wait for the city of Hong Kong. This is one of the rivers next to Irkutsk. Lada. Here we are, Irkutsk. train station reminds me of the American Midwest. It's quite evocative of that anyway, to me. The train station, by the way, is 112 years old. My path takes me down a little winding road for some reason. Okay. Oh, I'm doing it properly by Google's route master system. How does Google know this shit? Just beautiful cat. Blue eyes. Looks like a complete mishmash of different buildings. Huh. It is 7:30 in the morning. My train leaves in 12, just under 12 hours from now, and I'm at my Airbnb host. And I've explored the city. I just haven't made a lot of videos for YouTube. But one thing I would like to show you is my breakfast made by Tamara here, who's my host. And this is pancakes made from courgettes, I think. It's traditional Russian, traditional breakfast. Okay, what we have here is zucchini and cheese with some egg and flour, and I put the yogurt on top. And then here we have some peppers and cherry tomatoes, and these are grown in Tamara's dacha, her own country house. So Tamara's just explaining some information about Lake Baikal, the weather conditions there that can be really extreme, or when the lake freezes over, because the water is crystal clear, the ice is crystal clear, so it's like staring at an abyss when you walk over it.
Байкал бывает как прекрасный, так и коварный. Нужно относиться с уважением.
Baikal is as beautiful, so it is necessary to treat treacherous things. On Baikal, there are very strong winds that in summer turn the fishermen's boats, in winter they take away the fish.
Okay, I think I understand.
Очень страшный ветер, сильный, называется сарма.
A very terrible wind, strong, is called Sama.
Okay, a terrible wind is called Sama.
He blows from the Armenian gorge. In this gorge, there is not even a grass, so it blows everything out. There are many legends of shamanism, of Buddhism and other religions on Lake Baikal. And you need to follow some rules of the rituals to ask the spirits of Baikal to give a good rest.
Да, подойти, вежливо, с уважением.
It is necessary to say hello, Baikal.
Да, так к нему это.
Tamara used to, still does volunteer work for Lake Baikal, so she knows a lot about its history and the natural weather conditions.
Байкал не любит пьяных. Да, он может...
Baikal doesn't like drunk people.
Drunk fishermen in the boat sink.
Oh, okay.
Да.
Dangerous.
Да, да, да.
Tamara is my Airbnb host, if I haven't already mentioned it. Sorry, I forgot. It's an actual homestay. Something which I should have done more of visiting Russia. Look for homestays, because they're more genuine and more intimate than just staying at someone's empty apartment or rented. It's already renting it out, like because they're business types. That's where the video ends with the conversation with Tamara. If it wasn't obvious from having watched this this is actually a day later after I arrived. So I've already had a day in Irkutsk, and this is the day I leave. This is like 15 hours before I leave. Episode 12.1 will be like 10 hours before I leave, and actually leads up to before I actually do leave. But you don't see anything about me boarding at the train station, and then leaving Irkutsk in the middle of the night. You'll have noticed then that there's nothing left. I didn't show you the city. You don't really get to see the city. By this point, I'm actually tired, famished, and I wasn't interested in making specific clips and setting up scenes for the YouTube channel. And I actually just mostly periscoped a lot of my time in Irkutsk. So you're going to have to watch it on Periscope. But I will, if you don't want to watch it on Periscope, I will upload it onto the YouTube channel at a later date. And there is actually a private conversation where we get to know more about tomorrow as well. And that will also be on the YouTube channel. I'll see you in episode 12.1, which actually follows on from this just a little bit and explains the rest of my day. I feel it's totally different, and I'm going to present it in a different way. So that's why I'm not attaching it to this episode. And then episode 13, I'll actually be already on the train heading to Mongolia. Thank you for watching.